Hello everyone, I'm Yazid Amira. I came back for you with a new research. My new research is about technology and education, pros and cons. But in the beginning, I'd like to tell you that technology is very, very important in our life. It helps us in communication, in working, and in our lifestyle. You should know that technology is double-edged sword. It has advantages and disadvantages. Okay, now especially I'll start with advantages. Okay, let's start. Bismillah. Point 1. Access to vast educational resources. With the help of internet connections of students and educators consistently, they will have an introduction to a wide range for the educational material. There is unlimited access to information. You can get information anywhere and anytime from ebook, tutorials, and even educational videos. This broad access of information can help students to pursue other interests. Point 2. Fostering independence learning. Technology values on students help them to manage their learning process. Also, knowledge acquisition. Well, pre-recorded videos and courses help students to progress as they wish, dive into topics of their interests, also manage their self-control and critical thinking. This something can help them to love and give appreciation for learning lifetime. Read and explore about technology and education in the future to know the emerging technologies and also to know how can you engage with it in the future. Point 3. Cost efficiency. Technology-based learning, or we can say online schooling, has cost efficient and also cost effective. Rather than going for buying the procurements of school like textbooks and papers, children or students can learn free and cheap from ebook or e-material. Learning through internet and tutorials is better and cheaper than traditional teaching techniques that can be offered in the governmental schools right now. Point 4. Promotes collaborative learning. Groups which are working through technology are advanced and developed because they can get information from technology, and they are great because they work together in a very big way to success. Actually, using technologies like video conferencing, shared documents, and even educational videos can help them make great group and also communicate with each other to study regardless of distance. This something can help them in developing their communication skills like problem solving and education, of course. Read and discover about the impact of technology on collaboration among students. Point 5. Enhances student-teacher relationship. Enhances student engagement, Using simulations and virtual reality can help educators to explain the lesson easily and also make it clearer to understand. Students can study and learn through interactive platforms like quiz platform. This something can make the learning process more enjoyable. Also, they can use multimedia products. Point 6. Tailored learning experience. Technology has applications that can help you study and learn individually. Actually, adaptive learning software can give the students an opportunity to use individual approaches to share lessons, considering learners' needs, abilities, and speed. This way can be guaranteed way and wonderful way that can be relevant to his or her to success. Point 7. Strengthens student-teacher relationship. Of course, technology promotes a student and teacher relationship. Emails, educational messaging, and other platforms like LMS, learning management systems can help them give feedback, answer students' questions, and also support them anytime and anywhere. Point 8. Support self-paced learning. Of course, not all students learn at the same pace, but in any way, technology will help you in education and in any field. Actually, in e-learning mode, students can learn and study at their own pace, replay with preset intervals, and or accelerated learning. This flexibility of technology in students can help in decreasing pressures and help them to memorize it and helps in memorization and remembering information and brain. Point 9. Increase learning motivation. When the learning process includes games, more exercises and lessons, and also multimedia information, it can diversify and vary the learning process. Also, inspire curiosity and interest. Now, in classroom education, there are hundreds and thousands of gadgets that can be offered there. So, this will help in changing the boarding lesson into an adventurous lesson. Point 10. Creating inclusive learning environment. Technology can engage with students with learning incapacities to learn, but we should use the facilities of technology properly, like for example, we can use screen reader and speech-to-text tools to help learners and students with incapacities and with disabilities to learn properly and better. So, these are the advantages. I hope you enjoyed it. So now, let's start with the disadvantages. Bismillah. Point 1. Technology can be distracting. The major negative aspect or side is that classes use technology so much and adopt in it. Technology can be relevant for breaking his or her concentration on lessons. For example, social networks, games, and other entertainment sites. Point 2. Dependence on technology. Right now, most of students use information technology systems, IT systems, to solve their problems, write essays, and do their research, instead of practicing their brain for solving problems, think critically, and even practicing writing good handwriting. This is very true and right, because if technology is malfunction or students can use it properly, of course, at this moment, students will be left stuck in traditional teaching techniques. Read and explore about technology contribution and education and its educational scope. Point 3. Widening the digital divide. Of course, not all students can access to the technological equipment to study. Unfortunately, there are many places that don't have natural resources for studying. So, this results the digital divide between students. Also, they can't study. Read about digital divide and education. Point 4. Reduced face-to-face interaction. Unfortunately, now there are many students use technology as main tool for communication, and this is bad something because it can cause bad community too. Point 4. Technical issues and downtime. Technology isn't foolproof. Systems can be crashed and also devices and internet can goes down and be malfunction. Technical issues can cause disrupt for students and teachers on lessons and also make them feel by discouraging. Point 5. Facilities cheating. Now, there are many students found it easy to cheat from technology. First, they copy-paste the answers from for example, ChatGPT, Gemini, and other AI applications, then paste it in their research. Point 6. Privacy concerns. With the incorporation of technology in the academic environments or education, this means that teachers and students should be wary of their privacy levels. The other challenges that are associated with use of technology in teaching and learning includes data breach and other forms of access to private information. Point 7. Cybersecurity threats. Actually, schools as well as students use technology to access or deliver assignments. By this way, they become vulnerable to cyber criminals. Point 8. Technical issues and downtime. Technology isn't foolproof. Systems can be crashed. Also, internet and devices can be disrupted. Technical issues can cause disruption on lessons. Also, make teachers and students feel by discouraging. Point 9. Decreased physical activities. Technology limits the amount of time students spend being active through increased sitting. If the lifestyle doesn't accompany with physical activities involving outside environment, this can have negative effects on the child's body, including obesity and poor posture. Point 10. Negative impact on health. If children or students watch screen for a long time, this can cause eye strain, sleep disturbances, and also headaches. Okay, especially for young children. Okay, here's a question. How can educators or parents deal with this problem? They should monitor the screen time that their children watch. Okay, these are the disadvantages. But before I end my video, I like to tell you about the conclusion. The conclusion is, don't spend your time with technology by browsing the internet, playing games, or use entertainment sites, because It can increase pressures and also decrease your concentration. So you should use technology for useful things. Like if you want to study, you have interactive platforms like Wikipedia platform and quiz. These are guaranteed platforms that you can study from. Okay, an advice for me: don't spend your time with technology and unuseful thing. Okay, there is Yazid Amira, under supervisor Mr. Mahmoud Saeed, and I hope see you next time, and goodbye.